Hello folks, and welcome back to another episode of Aussie Inline Skater. This weekend the heavens have blessed the land with rain, and plenty of it. And initially I had a little bit of pre-skate depression. I'd pumped myself up so much to go skating this weekend because I've recently mounted my Cibetrix carbons with the Adapt Hyperskate 84 frames. I am very, very excited to finally receive these. Nonetheless, once I found out it was raining and saw that it was raining, interrupting my religious weekend skates, I was indeed suffering a bit of skate depression. However, to my surprise, a couple of other skater friends were keen to do a car park skate. So I took this opportunity to hang out with them, and we literally skated around, just practicing and mucking around. We explored our current skill set and pushed the boundaries just a tiny bit. Not enough to injure ourselves, but enough to go, aha, so that's how that's done. I really do feel like I utilised the full potential of the weekend with this undercover car park skate. My friend's been skating for 5 months now, and myself for much, much longer. I was introduced to inline skating at the age of 5, but I've skated on and off since then. It's only in the last few months that I've gotten very serious about my skating. Here's my mate, casually going along backwards, practicing his backwards crossovers. Here is a proud moment for me, a perfect parallel slide. I actually tried a couple, it looks like my foot, underside of my foot slipped out a little bit there. I recently bought myself a tool from my local skate shop, Extreme Skates, in Milton, in the Brisbane CBD. It's a little tool with a little hook on the end of it, and it's actually extremely useful for tightening and untightening waxed laces. Because I run an over-under loop on my skates, once they're tight, they stay tight, and loosening these skates can be quite difficult as you can't really get your fingers underneath those laces to untie them, and because once they're tight they stay tight, you can't really wiggle them loose. Using this claw tool, this little hook, is really, really handy at getting underneath those laces and just loosening them enough to get your fingers under there and undo them properly. I've recently started using waxed laces in my Cibetrix carbons, and I've got to say, boy, what a world of difference it does make in how your skates overall feel is. They allow you to tighten more firm in some areas and loosen up in others, and once you figure out what your foot likes, it really does make the whole skating experience that much better. For me, I find that I can go firm down the toe area, and as I work my way up around the area where the arch of the foot is, I don't go as tight. And then as I work my way up to the very top end of the foot, where my heel and ankle is, that's where I really crank down to lock my foot into the skates so I have maximum control. I always finish tightening my laces with the lace lock loop. This distributes the torque that the laces exert on your skates to 4 eyelets instead of 2, both prolonging the life of your skates and reducing the chance of getting lace bite, which is very unpleasant, so I've read. Fortunately, I've been privileged to not experience any lace bite. Here's a little bonus section that I want to add. So I laid down some slalom cones and thought I'd push my boundaries and do something that's a first for me, which is agility training. This is really good at pushing your skill set in doing very quick maneuvers in tight spaces. And it's good for training yourself navigating the city, especially if pedestrians are going to jump out in front of you or objects and obstacles are in your way. You're able to have a predetermined set of skills to flow and work your way around them, dodge them, so as to say. Now, I felt like I was doing really good at the time when I was recording this footage, but now that I'm looking over it and reviewing it, I wasn't doing bad, but I wouldn't say that I was doing so great either. I will admit though, even though I looked very clumsy, I was having a lot of fun. And it's amazing how skating does this for us. As adults, we get fairly busy in our lives. Life gets in the way, and you lose touch of yourself. And skating for me is a way of centering my chi. It brings me back. It allows me to forget all my troubles and worries and focus in the moment and really just have fun and play like a child. That's all for today, folks. If you liked what you saw, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. If you want to see more content from the Aussie Inline Skater YouTube channel, consider subscribing. You might just like what you see.